How about salt in the diet?
Hmm.
Because, of course, the understanding is that too much salt will raise your blood pressure, and higher blood pressure will lead almost definitely to heart attack. You've got a whole chapter, maybe even two chapters on
Hmm.
blood pressure, explaining blood pressure and the role of
Hmm.
the heart in
Hmm.
regulating blood pressure. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So yeah, the idea that salt causes high blood pressure is just because, when the body has low salt, it tries to hold on to as much salt as it can. So that happens in the kidneys. As the kidneys are filtering the blood, um, they're if there's not enough salt, they're trying to hold on to salt. Now, salt, these minerals have to be dissolved in water, and so in order to hold on to that salt, you hold on to water too. And so if you hold on to water, the thought was that was creating higher blood pressure because there's more volume of fluid in the system. It creates more pressure in the tubes, right? And so they were thinking that, oh, the salt is causing this, when in reality it's the fact that you have too little salt that is causing your body to hold on to the salt and then therefore hold on to the water. Right. So if we give ourselves adequate salt, then the body's like, oh, we don't have to hold on to as much salt. We can let it go along with the fluid. Right. And so then that will lower the blood pressure, which is exactly how some blood pressure medicines work. They actually trigger that system to flush out the fluid. They stop the holding on of it. So, but in reality, we're so deprived of the actual salts that we need. And then back in the day, we would have gotten lots of salts because the meat that we were eating was a little more bloody than it is today. They hang it today and let all the blood drain out as much as it can. Where back in the day, we would have been eating a little more of that blood, which contains all the minerals. And so minerals are incredibly important for that. But there's actually, there's evidence that having too little salt and too little electrolytes actually creates a situation where you can create insulin resistance, which is a big marker or a big risk factor for high blood pressure, insulin resistance. So being low in salt actually can create high blood pressure in many different ways. I just described two of them. But also the most important thing about salt is that the heart it doesn't just deliver the cardiovascular system doesn't just deliver nutrients through blood, whether it's fatty acids or vitamins, minerals, or whatever it may be. It doesn't just deliver those through blood. It also conducts electricity and magnetism through the blood itself. And what makes the water so conductive is the electrolytes, is the salt in the blood. That's what makes it very conductive. And so if we don't have enough of that, we're not getting as conductive of a signal through the fluid of the blood, the water in the blood. So that's very important as well. But yeah, that's just big miss. And there's actually studies where they showed that if they gave some people a diuretic, and then if they gave them a diuretic with salt or with the saline solution, that it was more effective. Because if you gave people salt, it said, oh, we have enough salt, we can let go of more. We can let go of more salt, therefore letting go of more fluid. And so it makes no sense that people are being told not to eat salt. And that's exactly what I was told in the hospital whenever I had a heart attack was, here's a low salt diet. We got to prevent heart failure. And I knew that to be absolutely false. And I told them, I said, this is the diet that creates heart failure or creates high blood pressure. And they were just like, no, that's not what the research says. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to eat that way. So yeah, but that's a big misconception as well.